Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome with us here in Paris and also welcome to the people watching us live on YouTube if you couldn't make it here today with us. It's a real honor for me to stand in front of you to hold our actual first ever global keynote at Back Market and also share with you that it's a special moment because it's been 10 years that we founded the company. So we thought that was a perfect timing to actually gather all of you guys to announce you, hopefully, some very exciting stuff and share this moment together. So I'm missing my clicker right now, obviously. That's live. It's OK. Thank you so much. So first, I want to start with something I'm not very good at, which is to say thank you. Thank you because we are here today because of many people, actually. And the first community of people that I want to thank is our customers. Our customers that have been trusting Back Market to buy their refurbished device or trade in their old tech devices instead of going to shop new. Thanks to those customers, we are here today. I also want to thank the second community, which is our sellers, our refurbishers, because they have been refurbishing 10 years their product with us, and they are selling on a daily basis their product on the platform. They are working very hard every day to improve the quality level of their operation and deliver a great experience to the customer who are choosing new, refurbished over new. Then I want to thank my two co-founders, Q and Vinny, because thanks to them, I could create Back Market 10 years ago. Thank you, Q, for your technical genius, and thank you, Vianney, for your amazing creativity and creating this brand. Then I want to thank the amazing people working at Back Market every day. We're 700 backmakers today, working every day to improve the way people consume electronic devices and make them choose refurbished over new. So thank you for your dedication, thank you for your passion, and thank you for your hard work to make it a reality. Last but not least, I want to thank our investors. Our investors, since the beginning, the first one who joined in 2015 until the very last one, because without those funding, without this leap of faith, we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be in 18 countries in 3 continents. So thank you, everyone, for trusting in Back Market and trusting that we can build a circular economy that will actually really change the way we consume electronic products. So now, as I mentioned, we're 10 years old. So let me start by reflecting on those 10 years. What did we achieve? The first thing that we've achieved is 15 million customers. 15 million customers that trusted Back Market until today to choose to consume their electronic product. They choose to consume refurbished over new. So thank you for your trust, and see you again very soon. 1,800 refurbishers working every day on the platform, so that those professionals are actually chasing used goods. They are refurbishing them, repairing components, replacing battery, cracked screens, components, making sure they work perfectly for the second time, the third time, the fourth time, in order to extend the life of those products and deliver a great experience to the end user. Thanks for your dedication. I know some of you are here, some of you are watching live. It's thanks to you that we can offer those products to the people and actually create the real alternative on accessibility to refurbished devices. 30 million is the number of orders we've made through Back Market since the beginning. And I like to say 30 million, it could be 100, it could be 10. Obviously, it's hard to understand for our brain. But what's very interesting is to say, okay, 15 million unique customers, 30 million orders. It means that once people choose to purchase on Back Market, they come back. They make more than one purchase, and they actually choose for a longer period of time to refurbished over new. So let's grow that number a lot for the next coming years. 200 and 300 million euros. This is the amount of money we've given to people that actually opened their drawer, took a picture and actually seen, okay, this is my old tech, this is my old smartphone, my old computer, my whole headset. I'm just going to do 3 clicks on Back Market, look at the price that they offer me, and ship it to the refurbisher. So 203 million is the amount of transaction and money we've given to citizens to actually open their drawer. So all of you here, obviously you don't have your drawer with you today, but my invite to you is to go back home or go back to the office, open your drawers. There is tons of money within it. So just 3 clicks, trade it in, then it will be refurbished, and then it will be accessible again for someone that actually needs it. And then last number, but not least, is 1.6 million tons of CO2 emission. This is the amount of CO2 emission that we've saved since the beginning of back market. It's the equivalent of 210,000 American people energy consumption every year. It's close to the size of my home city in Nantes. So actually that will power the energy of the whole city for a year. I think it's pretty cool. The next objective, obviously, is to power up New York, Paris, Shanghai, you name it. When you're 10 years old, you often get the question like, what do you want to do when you grow up? Well, so we took some time to reflect on that, and the answer is we've never dreamed small. We always wanted to have the biggest impact. You never know how big it's going to be, but let's try to press forward 10 years ahead from now and travel in 2034. What do we want? I'm not talking about progress. I'm talking about a revolution. And so, in 2034, 5 billion people, which is the size of the adult population, 90% of the adult population, will be purchasing refurbished and repairing its device. 5 billion people consuming refurbished over new would mean that hundreds of thousands of jobs will be created in the repair space, in the refurbishing space. People will be trained to actually repair their products, replace battery, replace screens, replace everything that's not working and that makes the whole device not working anymore. That would be common, that would be the norm. 5 billion people consuming refurbished over new would mean that the whole landscape of regulation within Europe, within the US, but also within Asia will have changed. And it's actually started already. It means that manufacturers will be forced to actually sell their spare parts to anyone who wants to fix its device. Today it's not the case. In Europe, starting in June 2025, it will be in the law and it will be forced. So you want to replace your battery, you want to replace your screen, then it's about to happen in a few months from now. You will be able to do that easily. And this is super critical. And then last but not least, if we manage to have 5 billion people choosing refurbished over new and repair their device instead of buying new all over again, the impact will be tremendous on the planet. Today, as a species, as a human species, we emit 36 billion tons of CO2 emission. We need to get zero by 2050 if we want our kids, our grandkids, relatives to survive and to have a happy life on Earth, right? The production of new electronic products is creating 2 billion tons of CO2 emissions every year. So that's roughly 4%. So we need to take it down to zero. And if 5 billion people choose to repair and refurbish instead of buying new, then we will save close to 500 million CO2 emission. Then we will avoid the consumption of 560 billion cubical meters of water. That's impossible to understand those numbers because they are so big for a brain, but it's more than what's needed for the entire population on Earth every year. So that's big. And you might be thinking, okay, what did Thibaud smoke this morning? Like, he's so high, 90 people, like 5 billion people consuming refurbished or repairing instead of buying new. Well, this revolution already happened, and we have a living proof of it with the car industry. So if you take a look at this slide, on the left part, you have in 1994. On the left part is new cars. On the right side is used cars. So basically, 9 people out of 10 were purchasing new car. If I take the same picture today, well, it's exactly the opposite. 9 people out of 10 are purchasing a pre-owned car today. Only 10% resides in buying new cars. Why is that? It's because everything has been created and lined up. The availability to spare parts is for everyone. You are not forced anymore to repair your car within the manufacturer you purchased in. It's widely open to everyone. You have an option to trade in your old car every time you go and buy a new one. You have the same level of service. If something wrong happens with your car, then you can maintain it, you can replace the broken pieces over time. You have installment payment, financing options, leasing options. Everything has been built, and the result is that 90% of the people are purchasing pre-owned car instead of new cars. So this is the journey we want to take, and this is where we want to take the electronic industry with back market. So it's a global movement. It's not going to happen only with back markets. It's going to take a village, and we will take manufacturers to play the game. We will need distribution to play the game. And we want to be a living proof, a source of inspiration for other industry. Like in 10 years from now, we will be saying, I hope, that car industry transition tick. Electronic industry transition tick. Then what about fashion? What about transport? What about energy? It needs to be inspiring for other industry. So, profitability, a very important topic that I also wanted to share with you today. Back market, for the first time, is going to be profitable in Europe in 2024. And this is a big milestone for us because when we created the company until very recently, and it's still the case in many industries, you have that label like, okay, this is an impact company. Impact means a very good feeling, but the money is not there, you know? It's part of the, the money you put to feel good, and that's it. At least I'm doing my thing. Well, it's not the case. It's actually printing money, and it's making money. So it's a proof that we can have a business that drives impact, but also creates money. And this is very important. So money is important, obviously, but it's exactly the same trajectory for the impact. So here you could see the GMV number or the revenue number of back market over the past 10 years. This is actually the avoided CO2 emission number over the past 10 years, the avoided water consumption impact over the past 10 years, and the avoided e-waste impact of back market across the past 10 years. So you have understood it. Our ambition is to make 2023 in 10 years the 2014 that you cannot even see on the left part of the slide here. As I mentioned, it's not going to take only back market, it's going to take a village. Until today, back market for the past 10 years has been developing the circular economy for electronic products on its app, on its web platform only. Today, I'm very pleased to announce that we are opening the access to our value prop through very important partnerships. So the first one I'm announcing today with you is the partnership we've signed and launched with Bouygues Telecom here in France. So two things that are very different thanks to this partnership. I'm a consumer. I purchased a refurbished phone. I go on back market, and I can save up to 120 euros more right now when I'm paying my product if I choose a Bouygues plan, which is between 9.9 euro per month or up to 19.99 euro per month. So it's very affordable plans to one of the most powerful telco network in France, and we have the subsidy. So the 120 euro subsidy on the refurbished product that you purchased on back market. Before this partnership, the subsidies only existed on new products. So you had French people walking into stores, shopping on telco service online, choosing new products because they were feeling like, oh, it's not too expensive. But you have to pay 50 euro per month, and you get a huge discount on the price tag of the product just to make you choose new, you know? And inflation is everywhere. So this mechanics is super important, and for me, it's a new pillar that is going to be very helpful for people to access to refurbished tech. Second journey that we've developed, and it's going to be launched in France in 15 stores in Paris in October. People are going to walk into Bouygues stores, being offered the same good plans that they already have access to, but instead of having the only option of buying new devices, they will have the options to purchase a back market device. And that's a huge milestone for us because until today, it's only 100% online transaction. And so by doing so, we will access to 50% more people that are actually going into stores and shopping offline. Trying to convince the friends of my mom to shop online is not easy. So we decided not to do that and to go where they actually go to offer them the access to refurbished devices thanks to this partnership with Bouygues. And guess what? Obviously, they will have access to a subsidy on the device within the store as well. Second partnerships we are announcing today is the partnership between Back Market and Visible by Verizon. So Verizon is the most established and powerful network in the US. It's 35% of the American population using Verizon every day for their connectivity. And we're very happy to announce this partnership with them today. It's the same ideas and the same thinking that we had with Bouygues, is to actually offer the best out of the two worlds for our consumer, our citizens, which is I'm not choosing between new or a good connectivity. We're actually bringing most affordable devices and sustainable devices with Back Market, but also having the plans of Visible with a subsidy on the plan in order to have some savings when you are actually purchasing the two. Before that, those kind of mechanisms only existed on new in the US. Today, with this partnership, it exists on refurbished tech. Today, I have the pleasure to have Jeremy Bolton with us today, so the managing director of Verizon, who made the trip to be with us to actually talk about the partnership and actually shared with you what it means for a telco like Visible by Verizon. So please welcome on stage Jeremy Bolton.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I am delighted to be here. I am Jeremy Bolton, the Managing Director of Visible. Visible is the first all-digital wireless carrier in the United States, which means we don't have any stores, customer care is handled via chat, and everything is done through our app and online. And of course, as Thibaud mentioned, we are backed by Verizon, one of the most powerful and reliable networks in the world. I have been at Visible since it was a mere concept in 2016 through to its launch in 2018. And as you can see, I'm still with Visible. But we built Visible on eSIM technology. This was important because it allowed us to create a truly forward-thinking brand that puts digital natives first. Digital natives tend to think in terms of apps. When they need a taxi, they go to an app. When they're ready to order food, they go to an app. eSIM allows Visible to occupy that same space in a way other carriers simply cannot, certainly in the United States. That, combined with simplicity, are our key innovations. But we've also had a strong set of values that have kept us grounded since day one, and social impact has always been part of our mission. In fact, we had a social impact program before we technically had our brand name, so it's always been there. We believe that you can only be good in business by doing good, and this is why I am so excited for today's announcement. Our partnership with Back Market is rooted in bringing customers the high-quality wireless they deserve in the way they want to access it. We know the digital generations of today and the future care about innovative technology solutions that make accessing wireless simple, affordable, and environmentally friendly. Our partnership with Back Market speaks precisely to this. Now we can offer conscious shoppers the opportunity to get an exclusive Visible offer when they buy their awesome, verified, refurbished device from Back Market, making sustainable and affordable wireless service a realistic option for everyone. I just want to thank Thibaud and the entire Back Market team for having me to Paris. It's always tough to come to Paris. And congratulations on 10 years. Here's to the next 10 and beyond. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for being with us today and for this partnership. One last partnership we are very proud of announcing today is the partnership with Sony PlayStation and Back Market. So I've been talking about circular economy for pretty much 20 minutes here. This is what we created Back Market. This is what we want to take to the next level. When you talk about circular economy, then it comes access. Access to the products. And since pretty much 10 years, we have a lot of people coming on Back Market to try to purchase their PlayStation 3, their PlayStation 4, whatsoever for their kids, but we're always lacking supply. And so now, with this partnership with Sony by PlayStation, we are the only partner to trade in every PlayStation within Sony's website, within the Sony PlayStation Store. So whenever people are purchasing in the US a PS5, well, they can get a discount if they trade in their PlayStation through Back Market. So we're actually gathering thousands of PlayStations every week in the US that are being refurbished then by our partners, refurbishers, and then being resold through Back Market. And now, guess what? We don't have any more out of stock on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, and we can actually answer to the demand of people who don't want to necessarily buy new. They just want these PlayStations for their kids or for themselves. So I'm very happy to announce this partnership. We are going to take it to the next level. And for me, this is one of the first, but we really want to bring it everywhere where customers are actually shopping new. We want to get them where they are in order to get their old tech, in order to serve it to the people who want to access to refurbish them. This is how we will create and enable the acceleration of circular economy forward.